It's Friday and I already had an amazing session this morning with one of my favorite girls, Meredith Hope.
I like how you say going higher. What is it?
And I'm never coming down no matter where I go.
We got this because we're here.
We do got this. Yeah, this one feels really good.
I'll be flying. I wanted to share a little bit of that session this morning because it's so important to work with people that are efficient, that are committed, and that just deliver. We've got that. It's hard to find that where you work with someone who's just completely on the same level as you are, and where you brainstorm ideas back and forth, and there's never arguing or fighting over, being attached to a certain word or a certain phrase. And that's the freaking amazing thing about this collaboration. I love it. I love it. I love it. So when you're collaborating with people, make sure, Bolt says hello, make sure that you have that. It's not easy to find. Some sessions may not be great. I've had many of writing sessions that were just not great, but I feel always something good comes out of it. Either you've learned, I don't gel with this person on a creative level, but I really like this person and we have a lot in common. We're gonna hang out, we're gonna be great friends, and that's awesome. And then sometimes it's like, this is just not my kind of people, and that's fine too. That's totally fine. But I feel like when I'm in a studio, I want to be productive, I want to be efficient, because I have so many things to do that if I'm not finishing something right then and there or get really close to it, I lose my momentum. If there's a week, a month passing, between sessions, if we didn't finish the song, then I already moved on to something else, and I might forget about it, or just like I'll do it later, and the momentum is completely gone, which happens to me quite a bit. I've actually written a song with a girl that is awesome, and we just never finished it, and now it's just sitting there. It's got a lot of potential, and we just got to get back together and hopefully get it done. So my advice to you today is, I'm going to have some more artists coming back, but as the artist series, my advice to you is finish what you start right then and there, even if it sucks at that very moment, because you finishing it, when you go back to it, it's easy to rewrite. It's easier to rewrite than go back to a half-finished song that there's no direction, there's no focus. It's really hard, because then you're kind of starting over. If you already picked the direction, you picked the focus, you picked the lyrical theme, the main hook, then it's easier it's almost like just retouching something, right? Like fixing something versus starting from scratch. That's my advice for you today, because I love working with that girl, and every time she's there, you can tell I'm all fired up. I also have my favorite coffee. But besides that, she energizes me. Sessions like that energize me and make me feel completely happy and productive, and also inspired and motivate me to finish the project. And if some of you that are watching have a project with me that we haven't finished yet, I sincerely apologize. It's who I am. I'm all over the place. I admit that, and I'm horrible at that. So get on me. Because I move on. I move quick and I move on quickly. I get bored easily and I get distracted easily. And also, depending on priority, if I know that what we are working on has been requested, so that I want to finish that first, because that's going to be probably a very potential moneymaker for me. So I'm even more motivated and excited to finish that. And I also really believe in the project. So that helps a lot too. Anyway, so that is my advice. I want to keep it somewhat short for you guys, but when you get in the studio and you collaborate, I do believe in collaboration more than ever before. Collaborate more, finish what you start right then and there, commit to it. Be committed, move on, right? Finish that song and move on. Maybe it's not the best song you've written, but it's a song you've finished. That's what I've been doing lately, and I still have a few unfinished projects. They're all lined up, and I'm finishing one at a time because that's all I can do, and also by priority. Sometimes it's just I have to finish something first, if it's a potential placement, then I have to get on that first because I do this for a living. Anyway, you have an amazing, fantastic weekend, and I will share the end product with my Patreons first, obviously with my patrons on Patreon. If you haven't joined me on Patreon, it's for as little as $1. You get to hear what I'm working on. I will also post more advice over there. I'm going to change it up a little bit in May. I mean, the sky's the limit at this point. Yeah, I'm in a really freaking awesome mood today, actually. Because being productive makes me feel good. All right, guys, have an amazing weekend. I'm going now. Don't forget to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will see you on Monday.